All right. Now we're gonna slow it down just a little. This is what I like to call the deconstructed jumping jack. Let's go a little faster. Even faster. Even faster. Good job, Zoom acolytes. Whew. Now, don't collapse on the bed. Our little party here is just getting started. Just like Margaret Hamilton, aka the Wicked Witch of the West, used to say. Oh, now that was a powerful woman. And Wicked Witch of the West? Talk about that alliteration. You don't know what alliteration is? Were you throwing spitballs during English class? No, it's probably the wrong generation. Are you playing Candy Crush during English class? You checking porn during English class? Whatever. Just because we're gonna have perfect bodies doesn't mean we can't have perfect minds too. Seriously. Wizard of Oz? I'll get you, my pretty, and your little dog too. Just try and stay out of my way. Just try. Well, I want you to go into your kitchen and grab a couple of soup cans. Now, grab the biggest, heaviest, fattest ones you can. Don't be a wimp. Don't settle for cream of mushroom when you know that there is hefty man beef or Progresso pasta fazool, or maybe you have a couple cans of San Marzano. Oh, good, Stephanie. Good job. Jumbo olives, you are definitely never going to eat those again. Never again. Okay, well, let's... Some of you might be wondering why soup cans. I know you can go out again, so you could just go to like a gym supply store and get some dumbbells, but I do not go out. I made a vow that I would not walk the streets again until I have the perfect body. Buddha. He sat under the Bodhi tree and he made a vow that he would not move until he attained enlightenment. And do you know how long he was there? 7 weeks. He just sat there. He didn't get up because he had to pee or because he was craving an orange creamsicle or anything like that. He just sat there for 7 weeks. Meanwhile, I've been here doing this workout every single day for the last 8 months, 17 days, and 57 minutes. That just proves that getting the perfect body is harder than attaining enlightenment. Of the human accomplishments, it's one of the hardest. You're almost there, and then you notice a pimple, or maybe you see some goose flesh under your arms that definitely was not there the day before. All right, let's check the chat. Some wise guy in the chat asking, what is perfect? Well, let's just say I'll know it when I see it. Some other wise guy asking why I don't just go out and run around the reservoir. Well, Antonio, I don't know where you are, and I don't really want to know, but out here, the reservoir is covered in 7 feet of snow. But inside my bedroom, the summer breeze is playing, and I am blowing through the jasmine of my mind. And I learned all this during the pandemic, so I have COVID to thank for that. Thank you, Antonio. Thank you, Stephanie. Thank you, COVID.
lucky 13. My 13th year of teaching. 7 years in first grade, 6 years in second grade. Oh, it was at 5.5. I don't even know what to call last year. Was that a disappointment, a safety precaution, a long intermission? Once a music junkie, always a music junkie. I can't think about last year without remembering the first concert my mom ever took me to. Earth, Wind, and Fire at the Greensboro Coliseum. When we got to that intermission, it felt like forever. Never ending, really. I just wanted to get back to the songs, the show, the feeling. Oh, the feeling that I belonged. That's how I felt in my classroom. March 13th. That's a day I'll never forget. The last day I set foot inside of PS 186 with my students. We had fun Friday circle time, not knowing it would be our last. See you Monday, my joy-filled students said as they scampered out of the room, headed off to their weekend activities. There's no way that was supposed to be our last day of the school year. But it was. We never got a chance to rehearse for our spring talent show. We never got a chance to eat orange creamsicles during field day. We never got a chance to have fun spreading shaving cream on our desks as we cleaned them. We never got to pack all of our belongings at the end of the year in these big brown grocery bags. We never got to say our goodbyes. 13. Year 13, lucky 13, my 13th year of teaching. Things will be different. I'll go into my classroom today and I'll spread my desk 6 feet apart and I'll put Clorox wipes and hand sanitizer and gloves and face masks on the school supply list. But when I see my kids, I'll hug them tighter. I'll listen to their stories clearer and I'll move every mountain I can to help them. Because now I know what it feels like to live without them. It is. It's one long intermission.
Oh, good. You're still there. Oh, there you are. I figured it out. This morning. Finally. Thankfully. I don't know how much longer. I don't know how much longer I would have made it. You know, at the beginning, they said, it's manageable, stay home, stay safe. It'll be over soon. They were wrong, weren't they? And now I'm not so sure. It's been 4 months. And nobody knows anything. And at the rate things are going, it could still be years. And I know what you're thinking. What about this? What about this? The internet? The internet, for all of its super highways, is not connection. And I cannot take any more painful expressions on digital screens.
And what am I supposed to be content with? This is the new norm. Go on living a life devoid of joy and physical contact? No. If I allow this isolation to take root, I'm afraid I'm going to be a phantom if this is all finished. If this is all finished. Which is why this is so important. I remember the day I found it. It was hiding in a forgotten corner of the house, unearthed by the overdue and opportune decluttering of my life. I'd walked past it so many times that day, but it called to me. How can I explain what I found? It looks so ordinary, but it's so much more. It's foreign, yet familiar. And when I hold it, I feel the summer breeze caressing my face, sharing my orange creamsicle with my mom. This thing is special. This is memory. Oh, even now, I can feel pulsing in my hand. Oh, these gloves. These prophylactic thieves of sensation. I can't anymore. This thing, with its infinite possibilities, can take me to a place where I can be free and close and love and hug. I would be a fool not to try. You know, out there is a dream. The world that I used to know is gone. And I'm not sure I want to be around to see what replaces it. But with this, I can be free. I wish I could tell you to wish me luck. But I think you should save some for yourself. Farewell.
Oh, sure, I've been really careful. I can't believe this right now.
Janice and I are so perfect for each other. So in love. It was an immediate attraction. At the rainforest protest in front of the Brazilian embassy, he had just moved to New York from friends, and his band was playing clubs all over the States. It worked perfectly with my career as an actress, and he understands. My career is how I thrive, and I understand his music is his lifeline. Everyone who knows us together knows we are truly soulmates. And now this. I mean, what the hell is a pregnancy like in a time like this? I mean, really, what's it going to be like when he gets back here? If he gets back here. I don't even know if I should tell him this right now. Will it help him? Will he even understand what I'm saying? We never saw this coming. This is virus. Wow. I mean, Yanis just got back on March 6th from the band's gig in New Orleans. He was, as usual, so full of joy and laughter. That Saturday, he came to my show and we hung out with my friends. We played silly games all weekend. We missed each other so much. Sunday, we went out for passion fruit margaritas at that place down the street where we always have brunch. It was so wonderful. Like a dream. It was such a great comeback weekend. On Monday, when I got up to my audition, when he said he had a headache and felt feverish, I just thought, oh boy, he's catching a cold or something. I picked up the flu medicine on the way back from the audition, and by then he was running back and forth to the toilet. I'm thinking, wow, he must have eaten something really spicy in New Orleans to make him feel this sick. He made such a mess in the bathroom. I had to get rubber gloves to clean and use that little plunger we have to clean up. Ugh. I canceled my auditions that week. And then it was Friday, March 13th. A day I will never forget because that's the day he was admitted. They told me that I couldn't see him, but I had to take that test and self-quarantine for 14 days. I'm negative for corona, but positive for pregnancy, and he's been in a hospital for weeks. I just want him to be here to tell him, to feel him. To hear him practicing his guitar. I want this virus to go away. I want our lives back the way it was before this stupid corona!
Okay, so my world. I'm just seeing this right now. I'm either dead or I'm super bad at reading signals. So when I came home today, I found this letter slipped underneath my door. And I cannot figure out if this person is in love with me or if they're a psychopath serial killer and I'm their next target. All the lines are either really sweet or really creepy. It's like they're cut up pieces of newspaper. Look. Okay, so it says, hey, too casual to be romantic, right? Saw you at Second and Orchard today. Yeah, it's the cafe I always go to. Oh my god, what if their baristas fall in love with me by the power of my triple espresso cinnamon swirled cappuccino? How did you get those jeans over that thing? That's totally objectifying. But is that wanna playfully objectifying or wanna murder me objectifying? I wanna be the one to squeeze the life out of you. Are they admiring my gains from the gym or they want to strangle me to death? This is so confusing. Don't worry, I'm never too far away. As in their heart's always with me. I'll catch you soon, my sweet. Or they want to kidnap me. Kay. Who the heck is Kay? What if that's how they mark their victims? Does it mean I'm number 11? What if they're too shy to say their name? That'd be so sweet. But is this letter confusing or what? The possibilities are infinite. But if they wanted to kill me, they could have done so already. They know where I live. Maybe they like the game, this blood game. Maybe it's someone into theatrical marriage proposals and they want to surprise me. They'd first build the suspense and pop out of a fake cake and serenade me with a mariachi band and blow fireworks. I'd say yes. What a dream come true. Living happily ever after. I need to finish this video. So world, if I'm dead, now I'm showing you this letter as evidence for my case. If it turns out it really were planning to propose to me, then I'll be making my wedding registry public on Amazon. And if you, viewer, are the person who wrote this letter, and if you are planning on killing me, listen to this. Get a life. Do something productive. Killing is not helping anybody. Plus, you don't want to mess with me. Okay? Okay? I live intentionally. I recite my why every morning, so no one's going to be able to put me 6 feet under until I say that's okay. But if you're not a secret murderer, but a secret admirer, then I kind of find your scare tactics attractive. Keep doing it, but could you be a little more clear in your intentions? It's just a little too ambiguous. I mean, you're doing a great job, but maybe some chocolates. Maybe a little poem in your handwriting. Not in stalker font. Okay, so we can start from there. And I kind of hope it goes the way I think it does. Wish me luck.
Excuse me, darling. What are you doing with those plastic gloves? And the mask? No, 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 darling. This is a restaurant, not a hospital. You're afraid of corona. Please, what's there to be afraid of? You had the flu last year, you told me. So this is a new flu. You sleep, you read the paper, you drink some chicken soup with lemon. I'm telling you, my chicken soup will cure much more than corona. My grandfather was dying of liver cancer. You go to see him and he'd be, face twisted constantly with that painful expression. And finally, he said to my mother, Lydia, give me some of that soup of yours. She didn't think to bring it. She thought he was past soup. He was dying, just waiting till, it's over. How long had it been since he even enjoyed anything, much less soup? But she brought it, and she's sitting and feeding him spoonful by spoonful, and all of a sudden, his face lights up a pool of joy, and he starts asking, can I have keftedes? Can I have spanakopita?
He was an old man, and they were feeding him, I don't know what, some kind of baby cereal, and then the vitamins in tubes, you know, I mean, hooked up to all these tubes. You think it looks like plain water, but all the time they're feeding him something, some drug, some medicine that keeps him there, just floating between life and death. And my mother thought, why not? He's going to die anyway. Why shouldn't he enjoy himself? So the next day she brought him keftedes. She cut them into little tiny pieces and fed them little by little to him. And little do you know, his face lights up again. His eyes watery, they close, and it looks like he's already in heaven. And the next day, the same with spanakopita. She cut it into little tiny pieces and she starts feeding it to him. This is the same recipe. Just what we serve here. Just what I'm making right now. All of it. The soup, the moussaka, all my mother's recipes. You eat here, you never have to worry about getting sick. They don't know it. The kids who come in here, the men with the suits wolfing down their gyro, they don't taste it. But you know, it doesn't even matter. If they know it or not, it's making them well. And then he wanted lamb. And my mother was worried because Sunday lamb is hard to digest even when you're not dying. And she really loved him. My mother was a good daughter. So on Sunday, she brought him lamb. She tore it into little tiny pieces of meat, and he moved it around his mouth before swallowing. And the next Sunday, she did it again. A little lamb, little potato, little red wine. Do you know he lived 2 more years? He got out of bed. He sat on the porch. He liked to listen to the birds. He'd follow his football team, Olympiacos. Not football like you have here. It's soccer. Well, what we call football, you call soccer. Don't ask me why. I have no idea. In 2015, they won the series 5 times. No one's ever done that. 5 times in history. 5 times. That night, he went to bed and he never got up again. Little lamb, little potato, little red wine, and a world record. I'm telling you, that man died happy. So please, take off your mask, take off your gloves. Besides, the radio said that people like us shouldn't be wearing them. Those are for doctors. And yes, we are doctors, a different kind, secret. I will show you how to make food that will make the whole world better, whether they know it or not.
I crave this part more than an orange creamsicle on a summer day. Despite the director's pain expression, cheeks pugging like a plugged pledger, I have to nail my first non-dish audition. Catherine? She gazes me without recognition. Do you have an accompaniment? I shake my head no. With her words, I am thrust back to age 13. A shy ballerina with a lisp. A pleaser. My mom and dad's script and saved so that I can go to sleepaway music camp. Mom said music is our bridge that brings us across back and over. But I didn't want to be away. Another preposition. From Johnson, from her. I just wanted everything to stay the same. After our 2-hour drive, we pulled up to the wooden sign. Welcome, music campers. And I had a 2-rib orange dread, like having a cavity filled at the dentist, and giving a speech in front of 7th grade lit all at the same time. My mom, brown eyes bursting, sang me that corny sunshine, lollipops, and rainbows song we always danced to. 'Cause she knew it made my eyes roll, and I joined her right back, calmed by the familiarity and our shared silliness. Everything that's wonderful is what I feel when we're together. Bye for now, she waved. And I blew her a kiss back, pretending to be the brave daughter she saw me as I marched to the audition room procuring my 2 p.m. appointment card. I practiced a skill at my head. Then told the music teacher, I'm singing Far from the Home I Love from Fiddler. Far from the home I love. Catherine, the director, then said, please remember that being in the chorus is just as important as being a lead part. Wow. That was harsh. So that day, they cast me in the chorus of Pirates of Penzance. The kids were polite to me. Let's face it. They could take me or leave me. I was lost in the middle of this vitamin-hydrated crowd. But my mom was right. The music was an infinite connection. I belted my part proudly. Major General. Dress rehearsal, and then the show. And my mom was driving to see me perform. Me, a banana, and a sea of passion fruits. Part of the chorus, integral to the show. Exuberant. I hit every note. She debut. I searched the audience for a shiny, rainbowy, proud face. Where is she? Mom? Mom? Mommy? Mommy! But she missed my night. How could she? After sunset, when my counselor came to our cabin to sing taps, she motioned me to follow her. Your dad needs you to come home tomorrow, 'cause your mom is very ill. The counselor motioned for me to follow her to the deserted beach. I sat on that endless sand. My arms huddled around the child I once was. I was never going to see my mom again. But I hear lollipops. I really do. And rainbows. They really make me feel so fine. So I'm standing for you here right now. Auditioning for a show right now in a new world. I can't tell the imminent hope all I have. Or the promised song to come. But the song that I'll be singing right now, the next one, has a power. And the reason why I like being on stage. For all we lost. This song is from my mom. sunshine, rainbows, lollipops. We are wonderful when we are together. Sometimes it is a song that reminds us we are all here.
Listen, anyone and everyone that's out there. I am speaking as an ER nurse. That's an emergency room nurse, for those of you who don't know. And I am speaking on behalf of the hundreds of thousands of essential workers who have been on the front lines to keep everyone alive from COVID-19. Personally, I have never regretted my decision to become a nurse, specifically an emergency room nurse. I grew up with 2 sisters and a brother. My brother Danny was the youngest sibling, and as the baby, he was special. My mother and father were factory workers. We weren't very well off, but we got everything we needed. They usually worked alternate shifts so that one of them was always home in case anything ever happened to Danny. Danny was born with cerebral palsy, so from birth he spent a lot of time in hospitals and at times even the emergency room. Our family is close, so my sisters and I learned on from an early age how to take care of someone that requires 24-hour care. The thing is also, we never realized until we got older how much of a financial burden it is on a family. We all served as caregivers to my brother. No one ever complained, and as I mentioned, we had everything we needed. Danny, despite at times being in infinite amounts of pain that we just could not imagine, was always smiling and giving us the warmest hugs whenever we needed anything. So, yes, from an early age, I knew that I wanted to be a nurse, not a doctor. The reason for this being that whenever Danny was in the hospital, and that was a lot in the first 8 or 9 years of his life, whenever we went to the hospital, the nurses were caring for my brother. They established a relationship with him so that when anyone in my family was not there, we knew that the nurses who cared for him were always going to be there for a hug or a story. So I became a nurse because I get a great sense of gratitude if I can help someone's painful experience be better. I became a nurse to be a caregiver. I can't speak for every nurse out there, but I'm sure if you've been in a hospital, you remember a nurse who was nice to you, who genuinely cared that you were comfortable and healing. So, my reason for this post right now, during my break, is to tell as many people as possible that as much as we love our careers, and lately many of us have been working around the clock, be compliant and wear your masks and practice social distancing. The corona pandemic isn't going anywhere, and we have to be diligent with the rules. There are too many fatalities, and we are way too overwhelmed. Thank you for your time. Everyone, stay safe and well.
So, I'm a bus driver and a poet. Now, I know most folks are like, yeah, those two things don't go together. But actually, if you're an artist, you're expected to do something that, no one can do for long. Just something that says, I'm not really doing this thing. I'm only here to make the money until I can fulfill my true destiny. Like be a barista or something. I'm just kidding. All right, yeah, check this out. Being an artist don't mean being a shirker. See, I'm what they consider an essential worker. That means when I'm driving the bus, I'm driving for you, I'm driving for us. Now, if you gotta commute at 5 a.m., I'm the one that can get you in. If you're homeless and need a roll, if your feet and back can't take one more stroll, then climb on the bus and take a seat. Just don't let what you eat spill all over. Keep your crumbs in your hand, your do-rag on, and your Coke in your can. The man in the wheelchair, I strap him in tight, because I'm going to drive him through the city all through the night. Because see, I know he ain't got no other place to go. So y'all, actually tonight was going to be the final slam competition out of the Cantab. And the top 7 poets, man, they were competing tonight. And the one who wins tonight actually gets to join the national team. So, yeah, but for me, I'm gonna have to put that on hold because I can't compete right now. So I decided to put it on YouTube, you know, put it out there for free. I mean, why not? That's what you do with spoken word anyway, right? Yeah. But I guess, you know, what I really want to know is like who considers, you know, what's essential. I mean, to me, poetry is essential. I can't live without it, right? But driving a bus, it's not essential to me. I mean, okay, so don't get me wrong. I mean, the money is good, and I know in that poem, I kind of made myself seem like the hero of the people, and I mean, all the stuff I wrote, it's true. It's true. I mean, okay, people can walk, right? I mean, they can Uber, they can call in sick. Heck, they can even decide that where they really felt like they had to go, that they don't need to go. I mean, stay home. I mean, without poetry, I would die. But driving a bus isn't essential for me. All right, okay, so now this next piece, I'm gonna tell you like it really is, okay? 6 feet distance, no contact. Driving a bus, that's a laugh. You gotta take that dollar from the stranger and show him how to put it just right in the changer. And that, forget that plastic partition. They're coughing and sneezing to perdition. Do you know how far snot can fly? It hit me in my eye. These ditty people thinking they're all special. You know, I'd be safer driving an extraterrestrial back to his home in Alpha Centauri. At least that'd be fun. Some kind of glory. But they treat you like you don't even exist. Some robot function. Totally pissed. Yeah, that's all true too. That's how it is being a essential worker. So now you heard it from your dream girl. Not sour like a pickle, I'm sweet and juicy like a orange creamsicle. Every single thing is contagious. It's not safe out there. It's outrageous. Not a condom you can put on to hold this thing back. Soon, I'll be gone. Yeah, I'm completely fatalistic. I guess it's just an inner characteristic. I'm gonna get COVID. I'm gonna die. But people who don't even care if I live or die. And that's you and your listening crew. People who don't care if I live or die. Yeah, it's kind of hostile, I guess. Yeah, I guess it's kind of a bummer ending, huh? If I was down at the cab tab tonight, I probably wouldn't win anyway, huh? Yeah. So, you know, I know I'm not supposed to say this, but I'm going to say it anyway. I am an essential worker out there, and it is not safe. Do you hear me? I mean, everything I wrote in this poem is true, and I'm probably gonna get really sick. Well, that's all, sweet people. Can be signing off, okay? And I know I'm not gonna ask you to like call your congressman or anything like that, because you know, actually, I don't think there's anything we can really do. But you know, I mean, if you want to, if you're feeling it, you know, do whatever comes to you. Thanks for listening.
Hi, Mom and Dad, Graham, Saoirse and Kyle. Hi, Max and Ava. Hi. Oh, I miss you. Catch my kisses. Catch them. Catch them quick. Mwah. So, the first day at my internship was, well, incredible. Everyone was so nice and, like, welcoming. Dad, I know you said that New Yorkers were unfriendly, but there wasn't a single person who wasn't nice to me. Like, genuinely nice. And Mom, I swear that this internship is better than the Cape Theater one. I know we laugh that any internship could be better than that one. Handing me the plunger and the infinite restroom repair list the first day. LinkedIn lies. Oh, and Graham, my soul sister. God, I miss you. The city, though, living here, it's just as magical as you described. When I walk down the street, it's like my feet have wings, like they're floating or something. I don't know, I guess I'm just so happy to be living my dream. The city has some sort of power over me. I can't really describe it. Remember when we went to see Hairspray on Broadway and we ate at that diner on West 44th last year? And you thought that you saw Jerry Springer. But it was just another old doofy man. Oh, God. I miss you. Oh, but maybe you can come down here for my birthday in April and we can experience the magic together. Again. And Shirsh, congrats on your pregnancy. I cannot wait to meet my new niece or nephew. And Max and Ava, you're gonna be big siblings now. You're so lucky that you're gonna have someone to boss around just like your mom did to me. And Shirsh, if you have any dirty water dog cravings, you know you have some place to stay in the city. And Kyle, hey. I know you're probably playing video games right now and not watching my video. But seriously, congrats on being a dad again. I hope that the baby isn't a mini you. I'm joking. But do you think you could make your wife eat her prenatal vitamins this time? Although Max's slouch probably comes from your gene pool. Joking. Honestly, I don't think any of you believed that I'd make this move. But here I am. I did it. I am here. I am living in the freaking Big Apple. I have a paid internship at a theater. I miss you guys, but nothing, and I mean nothing, will make me go home and miss this happy floating feeling. Okay, fine. Fine. Summer. Yeah. I'll come home for a week and we can sit on the sailboat and sing, "Summer breeze, make me feel fine." Until then, I'll be here. Okay. Catch my kisses. Catch them. Catch them quick. Bye-bye.
Detectives Log, June 8th, 2022. Entry number 379. After waiting 5 weeks, the results from the autopsy of murder victim Ashley Johnson has finally come in. Based on samples taken from lung tissue, the coroner determined that Miss Johnson tested negative for the presence of the coronavirus. Just as I thought she would. I hate cases like this. It's times like these I wish I took up smoking again. Seems like the right answer is always at the other end of the cigarette butt. I just have to burn through all the nonsense to find it. I suppose solving crimes made me an essential worker, and COVID and sticky tar lungs don't mix. So I quit. Craving's still there, though. That poor girl. Her mom said she suffered from hay fever for practically all of 18 years, and because she sneezed on the wrong woman, these real powerful, hungry pieces of work thought cause enough to hunt her down and kill her while she was jogging. Not to mention the town itself had no known COVID cases for months. I suppose everyone was so focused on their masks and 6 foot apart that humanity went right through social interaction. How can you trust someone when their breath can kill you? My sister always said it's better not to like me than to trust me. Than to like me and not trust me at all. I suppose she's right. The problem is those jerks out there acting like God with the AR-15s are a dime a dozen ever since the orange creamsicle got reelected. How will I find it? It's gonna take time. It's 8 o'clock on the dot. When all this first happened, at night, we would cheer all the workers on the front line. It was the little we could do to support the people that were coming face to face with the virus. Pots clanged. Horns honked. I really thought we were going to get through this. The cheers turned to chants. The chants to reopen now. To reopen now. And they did. And that wasn't enough. The chants turned to gunshots. And then the world was silent. And all I could hear was thunder. Ashley Johnson is not the first victim to face the new prejudices that cripple our world today. And if I have anything to do about it, I am gonna squeeze out all the joy from getting all those bastards off the streets.
Hello? I'm good, how are you? Well, I understand that this is a difficult time for a lot of people, so I appreciate you taking the time to speak with me. And I need a professional's advice, so I ask for your discretion. I think I'm having an emotional and physical attraction to fruit. I don't know who to turn to. It's consuming every part of my life. In the beginning, I took a pregnancy test just to be sure it wasn't some sort of never-before-seen symptom, but it was negative. I experienced chills, cold sweats, cravings, and intimate reactions to all fruit. You name it. I can't stop thinking about it. I don't even have the desire to go outside anymore unless it's for the supermarket. And I don't care about stocking up on toilet paper or Clorox. Also, forget bread, milk, butter. I'm spending everything on the fruit. More embarrassingly, my mind is obsessed with their sensuality. The whole diet's just foregone any resemblance to the FDA food pyramid. But last Saturday, I found myself staring at or admiring this papaya. It was so big and round and tender. My knife just slid so smoothly into its skin. Don't even get me started on the breakdowns I get by peeling both pears or digging my fingernails into the rind of a tangerine. Oh, my body just goes to jello after tasting the crisp, sweet explosion on my tongue. I'd appreciate it if you'd stop giggling. I could hear it through the phone. Weird associations? Well, yes, actually. Just before I called, I had split open a passion fruit, and all of a sudden its giggly insides just worked into my grandmother. When I blinked, she was gone, but I swear I could see her sagging cheeks and funny turkey neck in that pop of vertigo. And then yesterday, my apple's butt turned into my father's cleft chin. Weird, right? And also, yes, there are a lot of associations. Because, I don't know, I'm feeling stuck. I'm living alone. My family got stuck on a cruise ship, and I've had zero contact with them. Also, my fiancé decided to go discover himself without me for an indefinite amount of time. So, yeah. What? I'm lonely. But at least the fruit is there for me. That's the revelation you're getting from all this. Okay. So, now that that's solved, what do I do to keep it from controlling me? Do I want it to stop? Well, yeah, I would think so. But I don't know that things are ever going to go back to the way that they were, so I don't have anything else to hold on to right now. I don't know.
Greetings, Pastor Farrell here. Oh, yes. Well, hello, Sister Cora. How are you and the family? Oh, no. Sister Cora, don't tell me. Not Deacon Otis. Oh, dear Lord God. What do you mean the doctors inform you they have no idea what it was that afflicted your husband? Okay, calm down. Sister Cora, calm down and tell me what happened. It's hard for me to believe too, but I'm here for you. You and Deacon Otis are loyal members of this church family. Loyal. So you say Deacon Otis wasn't feeling well and had a fever for 2 days? And then he got a headache on the 3rd day. So you took him to urgent care. and he started having trouble breathing when he got there. So they went and sent him to the hospital. But what happened at the hospital? Now, when you arrived at the hospital and they put him on the ventilators, he went into cardiac arrest? Oh my God. Sister Cora, there's no way in the world the doctors couldn't have figured out something before it got to that point? They weren't doing tests? Sister Cora, I'm sorry. It's hard for me to believe something like this happened so suddenly. I mean, he was what, 38, 39 years old? He was the epitome of health at the Valentine's night service. We had all the couples in church fellowship at dinner. We had such a wonderful time. You and Deacon Otis coordinated the event so well. Sister Cora, I'm so sorry. This is Sister Cora, we just played basketball with the young men's group a week and a half ago, and we won because your husband played ball with your sons all the time. He was healthy. He was telling me about some vitamin supplement he was taking. Sister Cora, listen, I will do everything in my power to help you get some answers. I know some people in senior level administration at the hospital. I will contact them. Sister Cora, I realize this is an extremely difficult time for you and your family, but I want you to know that we, as a church family, are here for you. I want to now pray for you and your family. Would you pray for me and with me? Are you with me? All right. Praise be to the God and Father of our Lord Jesus Christ, the Father of compassion and the God of all comfort, who comforts us in all our trouble so that we can comfort those in any trouble with the comfort we ourselves receive from God. For just as we share abundantly in the sufferings of Christ, so also our comfort abounds through Christ. If we are distressed, it is for your comfort and salvation. If we are comforted, it is for your comfort, which produces in you patient endurance of the same sufferings we suffer. And our hope for you is firm, because we know that just as you share in our sufferings, so also you share in our comfort. That is from 2 Corinthians, verse 3 to 7. Those words I spoke these of some comfort to you as we move forward and find whatever the reason for your husband's sudden death. I promise that the church, my wife, and I will be here to assist you with the funeral arrangements. We will give Deacon Otis the service he deserves as a righteous husband, father, and man of God. God bless you, Sister Cora. Goodbye. Dear Lord, what is this mystery illness that the doctors do not know of?
So there you have it, an orange creamsicle, one of my favorite cocktails to make and to drink. So when those cravings for something cool and refreshing start to hit, join me next time for new and groovy drinks on Beck's Booze Cruise. Hi, Mom. How are you? Oh, no, I'm not busy. I'm just finishing up a video for the website. Yes, Mom, I heard the news about China. Don't worry about it, okay? Just keep taking your vitamins. We know how you get. This is damn good. Huh? What, Mom? Oh, the bar? Yeah, the bar's doing fine. I mean, well, we've been super slow, but it's the off season. I'm sure once summer comes, we're gonna pick right up, like we always do. And I'm also super excited about some of these new hires I have. Ever since that new Brad and Leo movie came out, the whole vintage feel has really been taking off. Yeah, I mean, I guess there's some cute ones, but we know that I can't date another employee. Not only is it ethically frowned upon, but I would be like super bummed if I had to fire a completely qualified employee. Can we talk about something other than my love life, please? Oh, geez. Okay, Mom, relax. You do not have the virus. Are you recently back from a trip to the Far East that I didn't know about? No, you're not. The plunger. First of all, Mom, you cannot get the virus from touching the plunger. Unless the plunger was recently coughed on by someone who was returning from a business trip to China, you're fine, okay? There's no way you're even exposed to it. I don't even think it's in the States. You woke up late. What time did you wake up? 9:30 a.m. Well, I hate to break it to you, Mom, but that is not the coronavirus. That's medical marijuana. Okay, Mom, look, I gotta go, okay? Yep, I promise I'll call you later. Okay, love you. Kisses, bye. Whew. Well, that's sad. I gotta stop shooting these videos so early in the morning or I'm gonna get used to being drunk at noon. Shoot, am I still recording?
Two months ago, everything was fine. Calvin and I were fine. Chicago was fine. My parents were fine. Because I didn't have to live with them, probably. Now everything is a legitimate nightmare. Insert painful expression here. Ugh. Calvin is an essential worker. Well, a nursing student. My mom and dad think it's a bad idea for me to live in our downtown apartment with him working at the hospital. I don't disagree. But I don't like being told what to do. Dad says he'll drive me into the city. I can roll down my car window and Calvin can look down from our third-floor apartment and wave to me. Dad calls it a no-contact date. This virus has regressed any progress we may have made towards my healing. I was just 10 when I was diagnosed with leukemia. I've been in remission for years, actually. Growing up, I felt trapped in this house. I was in and out of the hospital so frequently, I was homeschooled. God, those days were the worst. Just me, a computer screen, and a workbook. I actually looked forward to my hospital visits. In the hospital, I felt free. My mom and dad weren't hovering over my every move. The nurses let me drink passion fruit smoothies even when mom and dad had me on a strict diet. My favorite part, though, was rewatching Disney's Fantasia day after day on repeats. It would take me to a new place where inanimate objects were friends and helpers. I would talk to my intravenous pole, tap up and down the hallways with the food cart, and
blast orchestra music from the clock radio next to my bed. I wasn't trapped anymore. But now I am. Mom and Dad scan me for symptoms every day for a virus I don't have. They're keeping me from my boyfriend, my cat, my house. I'm trapped. I need everything to reopen now. I need to get away, go to a new place. It's messed up, but sometimes I wish I were in the hospital right now.
All right, honey, sit down. I'd like to have a serious discussion with you. I have a great idea. The best idea. It's going to save our marriage, connect us more to humanity, and inspire our future. Okay, I'm just so excited. We should get an old person. Now, hear me out. You know those programs that pair young people and older adults as roommates? It's like Match.com, but for older people living alone in cities to find younger people to rent rooms from them. No, it's not a kink. It connects older people to younger generations so that they don't feel so out of touch with the present, and it gives them security knowing that in an emergency, someone would be home to help them, you know? I know we're not 20-something artists who need to bag off of some oldies rent-stabilized apartment, but I do think it could still be great if we took someone in ourselves. We've already survived the pandemic. I mean, we could totally do this. It would also solve the root of our issues. Right now, we've been taking advantage of each other's presence. The bickering, the animosity, the silent treatments. I'm done playing games. It's hurtful. And what we have is too special to just let it unravel. I'm not saying the old person will symbolize some black cloud of death hanging over us that'll magically make us appreciate life while we can. No. I'm saying that living with someone more experienced will completely mature, even blossom our perspective on life in ways that I don't even know yet. And it'll renew that spark that once brought us unstoppable joy. Just think, honey, how they'll tell stories about food rationing in the Great Depression, the psychedelics of the 70s, and Jane Fonda's workout videos. I mean, wow. How could being there all together, sharing those heartfelt moments, not make us tighter in our own little world together? How nice would it be to come home to a new smiling face waiting in the kitchen after work, ready to take in all that we have to offer them too? We could teach them about the wonders of the digital age, like scanning documents, and they can teach us how to pickle stuff or something. I've never thought of pickling, but I'd pickle anything with you. I'd even make cabinets or learn Greek. I don't care. As long as it's with you. That's my point. Really, it's that I think this would make us have a new bond and to contribute back to a society in a way that makes us feel good together. Together. Because we are a team. You for me, and me for you. And I never want to lose sight of that. Also, I miss you. So, what do you think?
Mm-hmm. You know, I've been following your company's humanitarian work over the past couple of months, providing meals to healthcare employees, childcare for essential workers, donations to the arts. The most impressive, in my opinion, was the Restaurant Relief Initiative. You thought of everyone, like that Cafe Gardin. You helped them help others. You didn't hear about Gardin? It's a small restaurant in Brooklyn that gave 3 square meals a day for free to any hospitality worker who was laid off. Servers, chefs, they even gave food to yoga teachers and teaching artists who lost their jobs. Inspiring. So thank you for looking out for the little guys. And thank you for looking into me. Yes, of course, I go on all day about this sort of thing, but it's not what we're here for, so where do we start? Mm-hmm. You mean during quarantine? Well, I haven't done much, really. If I'm being honest, I was pretty depressed at first, being laid off, and got the chop from Chop Dog. Pretty stupid name for a company if you ask me. Who fires an app developer in the middle of a worldwide pandemic anyway? They said it was budget cuts, but I don't know. Their loss. I could have been doing incredible work this whole time. I could have assisted on some of those digital health apps or a remote dating app. Because trust me, I tried the Netflix and Zoom thing. Big mistake. I never want to watch The Notebook on a first date again. She thought we were soulmates real fast. Married at first sight. But I was like, hold the phone. No, really. Hold the phone away from your face instead of being on Zoom. Because I can handle a phone call, but I cannot handle seeing you ugly cry over Ryan Gosling before I've even met you in person. Too much. So, yeah. I could have developed some awesome apps if I hadn't been let go. I had this one idea for a charades video app. It provides the comfort of seeing your friends' faces, which some of the other games don't have, and you're even encouraged to step away from the screen when it's your turn to act something out. Give a chance to rest your eyes. I don't know about you. Even though I'm used to looking at screens all day, there were times when my eyes felt like someone had scotch taped them cross-eyed. Anyway, I know it's simple, but charades is a classic. I mean, how fun would that be? A prototype? Well, no, not yet. I guess well, as I mentioned earlier, I was pretty devastated at the start of everything. Not just because of the job, but the state of the world, and then my grandmother got really sick, and yes, thank you. She passed April 1st. No fooling around that day. I'll never forget it. We couldn't go to the funeral. My grandmother did everything for me growing up. She was my inspiration. She was the first person in my family to learn how to use a computer. At the age of 45, her husband left her and she became a self-taught typist and secretary. She could type 76 words per minute with 98% accuracy. She loved to brag about that, and we all let her. She taught me how to type at 5 years old on a big old typewriter. She would say, once you can type 35 words per minute, I'll let you try it on a real computer, but until then, no screen time. If it weren't for her, I would not be working with computers today. After I got my first job, I bought her an iPad. She loved that thing. Some people say these things are tearing us apart, but someday I know they'll sew us back together. And she was right. I wouldn't have survived quarantine without technology. I just never thought she would get ripped away from me at the same time. The application? Yes. Sorry. I hope it's okay that I went into that. It really does relate to why I want to work for Willow Tree so badly. My grandmother is a huge part of me. And I would hope, given how you helped during COVID-19, all of that human work, I would hope that this reminds you I'm human too. Behind every machine, every piece of technology, there is a human, a unique, beautiful mind. Sometimes apps crash, and sometimes the humans that made them crash too. I crashed during coronavirus because I lost my job. I lost my grandmother. I felt lost in the world. It's because I'm human, and I hope my humanity makes me an asset to you. I might crash, but once I install some updates, I will be stronger and faster than before. So, no, I did not use the quarantine time to invent my charade parade party app, or to apply to 30 jobs, or to write a book honoring my grandmother. I just sat in my sadness, and if that's not okay, then sorry, but I don't want to work for you. You mean you're not giving me the job on the spot? That was a great speech! Kidding. I realize that you have lots of qualified applicants. A lot of things to consider, but just let me remind you, you need a human to make art. Did you know that the root of tech and technology comes from the Greek word techne, which means art? Boy, was Grandma a word nerd. She never let me forget that one. You are an artist, Skylar, an artist of the future. I am more human than any other candidate you've got. Let me make art for you, and I will paint a whole new future for us. Thank you.